Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to My Remy Live Q&A, where we run all the bro science grow myths through our AI grow buddy, My Remy, and find out what's real and what's just hype. All right, so we do this every week, 15 minutes, 3 questions, straight talk, no fluff. I've got some products here. I've got some Buddha Grow, Buddha Bloom, Iguana Juice, Grow Bloom, Sensi Grow, Cutting Edge. I got an old CMH, an LED, some Recharge. Let's see where this all goes. Before we jump in, though, I want to give a huge shout out to some of the Green Zone family who crushed it this weekend at the Harvest Cup at the DCU, November 8th and 9th. Atlas Buds took home Best Flower, Limalul, with our very own Trop Cherry Cut. Yes, I've actually got that Trop Cherry Cut right here. And it's wild seeing one of our genetics go out there and take the trophy. Congrats, brother. And Gardens by Gilf, he walked away again with Best Pre-Rolls, Best Infused Pre-Rolls with his Mango Chow Mein City Slickers. He might have even gotten that genetics from us. But and anyway, he'll tell you himself he learned how to grow right here at Green Zone. So there were definitely other Green Zone alumni in the mix too. I'll probably remember more names as soon as this live ends, like always. But seriously, seeing growers win with skills cut right here from Green Zone in Worcester, that's why we do this. All right, my friends. So let's move on to the questions. Let me turn the camera around and quickly show you guys where we're at. So you can always go to our website at gzgrowshops.com. You will find our My Remy. You will find some free grow guides, and you will find, of course, some live shopping where you can actually schedule with me in half-hour increments. Right now, Tuesdays, and those are going excellent. Those are fun. We are getting people from across the country that don't have grow shops, and they want a little hands-on experience. So we are here. We are your grow shop. Let's move on to the meat and potatoes, shall we? My Remy. And boom. All right, I'm actually going to switch it down here for a little bit easier use. We'll flip the camera back to me. Now, the first question tonight: can you get the same yield running organics versus synthetics? It's a good question, right? I hear that all the time. I just heard it yesterday. A gentleman came in and said, I'm going back to hydroponics because, oh crap, this happened again. We got to get the alarm first. All right. That was easy. By the way, guys, Ion 830s, 2 of them just came in. These are going to be priced at like $250. Those are amazing. All right. To My Remy. Can you get the same yield running organics as synthetics? So just yesterday, a gentleman came in and was saying how he's going to go back to synthetics because while the quality seems to be better, the yield, he's just not feeling it with the organics. So we will pop it in. All right. Can you get the same yield running organics as synthetics? It's as easy as this, people. This is available for free 24/7. It's like having the Green Zone team right with you. Now, what My Remy is, it is AI. It scrapes the internet for all the best grow science out there. In theory, this is an amazing grow buddy to have. And we've just tweaked it out so that it speaks grower speak. Okay, and it understands who's asking questions to it. It's been trained by us here in the store. We use it all the time. So it's constantly evolving, and I'm going to put it to the test. I say this before. I don't know. I haven't looked up these answers yet. Okay. I, of course, vaguely know what products we have in the store that can play here. So, I've assembled an assortment here. But let's get into this. Short answer. Of course, we have a huge grow shop here in Worcester if you ever want to come down and pick any of this stuff up. But in any case, short answer, brother. Yeah. If you run organics right, you can absolutely match synthetic yields. But the way you get there is a little different. Here's the real talk. Organics is like slow cooking a steak. The flavor, aroma, and overall quality, elite. But yield depends on how well you build and maintain that living soil. If your microbial crew is on point, pH stays buffered, and you feel that soil and you feed that soil life consistently, your plants will pump out weight just fine. Synthetics, on the other hand, are basically precision engineered rocket fuel. Super predictable, super fast uptake, and dialed in EC lets you push plants aggressively. That consistency is why people say synthetic setups yield bigger. Now, head to head, max yield potential, it comes out in a tie. Ease of hitting the max yield? Okay, so how easy is it to hit your genetic potential? Well, synthetics win. It is less moving parts. That makes sense, doesn't it? Terps and overall quality? Well, organics takes that, no contest, says my Remy. I think that's what I hear in the store as well. And forgiveness when you screw up. Organics is gentler. Synthetics respond faster. With good or bad, for good or bad, synthetics will respond better for good or bad is what the information is, and that makes sense too, right? All right, so now, if your goal is purely big numbers, synthetics are the easier highway. If you want big numbers and big flavor, organics will get you there. You just need your soil game tight and consistent. If you want to boost organic yield without overthinking it, two solid, simple options are Down to Earth All-Purpose 462. Okay, we have that. I didn't grab one of those. That's a great tip, though. The All-Purpose Down to Earth. It's a great base for veg and early flower and recharge. Ding, ding, ding. Recharge, microbial snack that helps plants run hotter without burning. Okay, so if you've got photos of your setup, or plants, toss one in. I can tell you exactly where you can squeeze out some more weight potentially. So that was interesting, right? What do we got here? We got organics. Buddha boom, Buddha grow. Organics build the soil life. You're feeding the microbes that feed the soil. Liquid organics give a faster uptake, but still rely on biology. Synthetics, they feed ions directly. Quick results, easy correction. All right. And now this is the organic secret weapon right here, folks. The more microbial horsepower you have, the more efficient your plants are. So yes, organics can hit the same yield. The real difference is consistency and grower skill, not the bottle. Grower skill. All right. So the bottle doesn't decide the yield, the grower does. Very good. Let's move on to question number 2. What's up, everybody? Oh, yeah. What's up, everybody? Jay Keen, what's up? Katie Fowler, what's up? I just started running both Gaia Green and Advanced Nutrient Sensei line. Okay, so Keen is going with the hybrid method, which I think we talked about in a previous episode, where you're kind of getting the best of both worlds. That's nice. All right, and Katie Fowler, Aurora Innovations and Roots Organics I've used for years. It will not switch. These nutrients will add a lot of weight. Love it. So you are hitting that sweet spot where you're not sacrificing any weight, and you're getting all that fire terp delivery. Excellent, guys. Thank you so much for that participation. All right, next question. Does a longer veg always mean a bigger yield? Right? Or can it actually hurt your final product? Let's put them outside at 5 feet tall, or let's do our indoor a tent veg to 4 feet tall, right? Let's ask my Remy. Does a longer veg always mean a bigger yield? You guys, you're all familiar, I'm sure, with AI. You get this right on our website. Click the link. You pop your question right into the search. If you're not familiar with AI, some people have not clicked on yet. It's like Google. You're just going to type in your question and it will spit this out, okay? But we've got it to speak grower language. All right, so short answer. Longer veg usually equals bigger yield until it doesn't. There's a sweet spot, and pushing it can actually tank your final product. Here's the straight breakdown. When a longer veg helps? Well, a longer veg will help when you have a bigger root mass. Bigger root mass equals bigger engine. Thicker stems, more nutrient flow. More nodes equals more bud sites. Plants that fill the space without wasting light. Maximum efficiency. If you train them right, topping, LST, scrog, a longer veg lets you shape a real heavyweight. We use trellis nets for that, right? We use trellis nets, we top, right? We train. Canopy management. When a longer veg hurts, this is where people get caught slipping, okay? Overcrowding. Too much canopy equals poor airflow. Microclimates and powdery mildew saying, "What's up?" See that? Dialed in. Lower bud quality. The plant can only push so much energy. Giant bushes often end up with tons of larvae fluff down low. Weak light penetration. Again, we're talking about when we over-veg, right? We over-veg. Weak light penetration. If your light can't reach the bottom third, that growth is dead weight. Pot bound or root stressed. Long veg in too small pot leads to stalled growth and sad yields. Longer total cycle. You might not get more grams per month, even if you get more grams per plant. That makes sense, true, right? They're saying you might get less cycles during the year if you go too long with your veg also. So there's a whole opportunity cost, isn't there? The real. Don't veg longer, veg smarter. Aim to veg until your canopy is about 70 to 80% of the space you want filled after stretch. Most strains stretch 1.5 to 2 times in early flower. That's our golden rule in the shop. So if you nail that timing, you're maximizing light usage without creating a jungle. If you want simple, repeatable results for 3 to 12 plants in a tent, veg for 3 to 6 weeks, depending on pot size and training. In bigger spaces or scrog, 6 to 8 weeks is common, but only with strong airflow and good light penetration. All right, if you want to keep veg tight but powerful, Fox Farm Grow Big pushes fast, steady veg, and General Hydroponics Rapid Start helps roots keep up when you extend veg time. That's a great tip too. If you want, you can always toss a photo into my Remy. You can actually toss a photo of your vegging plant into my Remy, and it will tell you the exact veg length that'll give you the fastest finish without the downside. That sounds amazing, right? Yeah, you might, the ability to toss a photo into my Remy you might have to upgrade to the $20 a month package, but you can certainly get all the basic without the photo for free. All right, well that was great. What's up, everybody? Chef to my MC, Mr. Fab, awesome, hilarious, 81. Katie Fowler, there is way too much of a question. It can be broken down in different parts, for instance. What size tent outdoor are you going to, light depth, and etc.? But I agree with what my Remy says. There are many variables involved. Yeah. And Katie Fowler's got his growing game on point. Also, sativas stretch a lot and get tall, so they're going to be more, maybe even beyond 2 times stretch. Very good point. So sativa, indica, 1.5 to 2 times stretch. We plan backwards when we're growing indoors in tents, right? We take our light and we subtract about a foot from that, and then we have our pot height, and we got to plan for a doubling in height. So we're working backwards generally. Root health is the real driver here. For a long veg with poor roots is a waste of time. Training matters more than the number of veg days. And remember, veg length only pays off if your light intensity actually supports a larger plant. People forget also that extra veg weeks adds to your total cycle time. If it doesn't add proportional yield, it's a loss. You'll go down from 5 harvests a year to 4 harvests a year, down to 3 harvests a year if you veg too long. So long veg isn't a flex, it's a strategy. Use only what your space can handle. All right, my friends, we are moving right along. Question number 3, last question. Is it true that LEDs make your buds less dense than HPS? Okay, this is an older question, right? I think this might be a little bit of a dated question. Or is anyone still using HPS or CMH? I got one on the table for fun here. Thanks, Katie Fowler. He's loving the channel. Thank you, man. All right, we're going to pop this question. Bro science. Is it true that LEDs make your buds less dense than HPS? Super simple. Pop it in. Hit the button. 24/7. This is available for free. Short answer. What's the question again? Will an LED make your buds less dense? No. Modern LEDs absolutely can stack buds just as dense as HPS, and often denser. The old LEDs make fluffy buds. The old LEDs make fluffy buds thing was true back when Blurple lights ruled the earth. Oh, I love Blurple. Not anymore. Here's the breakdown in modern grow rooms. Here's the breakdown like we're talking in the grow room. Why HPS used to win on density. Old school HPS had two things going for it. Insane radiant heat that hardened buds. Strong, deep penetrating intensity from a point source bulb. So yeah, early LEDs couldn't touch it. Modern LEDs, whole different animal. High quality LED bars now deliver higher PPFD per watt, better spectrum for flower, more reds specifically, and way more even canopy coverage. Much lower leaf surface stress. All that equals tighter internodes, thicker tops, and better density, as long as you drive them right. The real reason LED buds go airy, it's not the light type, it's the light distance and intensity. LEDs don't throw radiant heat like HPS, so growers sometimes hang them too high, run them too soft, or never push PPFD past 650 or 800 late flower. Or we keep temps too low because LEDs don't heat the room. These are all reasons LED buds can go airy. So LED rooms should run 2 to 3 degrees warmer than HPS rooms because the leaf surface is cooler than LEDs. Cooler leaves equals slower metabolism equal airy buds. Wow, we're really hitting some science here. And these are all the things we kind of hear at the shop back in the day when customers were transferring over to LEDs from these high pressure sodium metal halide bulbs. Observations about room temps and intensity levels and distances we're hanging the lights from all came into point. So the final truth, if you give LEDs the right PPFD, 900 to 1100 in bloom for most setups, leaf temps between 78 and 82 degrees, you can measure that with the laser gun, airflow and CO2, optional but beastly above 1000 ppm, your buds will be every bit as dense as HPS and usually frostier and more uniform. All right, optional helpers for LED flower power. Moab, mother of all blooms, don't got that on my desk. Athena bloom, don't got that on my desk. We got that on the shelf though. So yeah, guys, LED versus high pressure sodium. Density comes from intensity, not bulb type. PPFD, penetration, canopy uniformity, that's what matters. And speaking of LEDs, we have about 6 full-size fixtures here in the shop. Grower's Choice, Spider Farmer, Ion, all bar style fixtures that hit serious numbers. These things crush density when dialed in. Also, density, what do we got? Density survives or dies in the cure. Okay, so a bad dry makes dense buds airy. So dense buds come from intensity, environment, and curing, not whether the light is white, purple, or yellow. Yes, hilarious. I have notes. I think that's a compliment. Thank you. Yes, he's reading, Katie. Thank you, ma'am. All right, growers. Well, that wraps up tonight's MyRemy live Q&A. We've covered organics versus synthetics, veg time myths, and LED density debate. And as always, MyRemy, keeping it real. If you have a question you want featured next week, drop it below. You can try MyRemy free, book a one-on-one with me, or grab our guides. It's all in our link in bio. And I appreciate y'all hanging out. Real growers, real talk, no fluff. We'll see you next week. Peace, everybody.